Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel before we get into the specifics, so you don't miss any updates in an unexpected twist. Recently, Caitlin Clark made an unexpected announcement that shocked the basketball community. The one with Caitlin Clark revealed that she will be stepping away from basketball until April. Yes, you read correctly. After an incredible WNBA season in which she set records, played almost 3,000 minutes, and won over fans, Clark is taking a more than 200-day hiatus from the game.
Really consumed my life for a year, so I feel like it'll be good for me to kind of reflect back on everything that's happened. Like, I feel like I didn't even have time to really reflect on my college career because it ended so fast. I feel like taking some time to myself and really enjoying that and reflecting back.
And there's no place for it, and we've been professional throughout the whole entire thing, but I've never been called the things that I've been called on social media. And
Caitlin's departure will undoubtedly alter the WNBA, stoking supporters' concerns about the implications for women's basketball. Alyssa Thomas recently engaged in a frank conversation over the persistent online insults directed towards some of Clark's supporters, which has incited yet another heated dispute. Please stay tuned as we investigate Caitlin's decision, its effects on the league, and the future of women's sports. You won't want to miss it. We guarantee it.
Allow me to publicly thank the Indiana Fever for putting up such a great fight tonight and for battling back again and again and again all season long. Let me thank Caitlin Clark and Aaliyah Boston and Kelsey Mitchell and all the rest for refusing to say die, refusing to lose, fighting back again and again and again, and playing at a much higher level than they should be at this stage and age. Was I ever entertained?
In Caitlin Clark's last game, an incredible event happened. She was tackled to the ground. You would think that would lead to a foul, but not in this instance. The officials didn't see it that way, so fans were left wondering how in the world there wasn't a foul. After the game, Alyssa Thomas wasn't exactly in a positive mood, even though her side had won. Her biggest source of aggravation was the way supporters, notably the Indiana Fever, treated her during the game. After being taken on by Angel Reese some time ago, Twist remained silent. But with Caitlin Clark on board, the story appears to be moving in a different direction, and Alyssa has a lot to say.
we don't want fans that are going to degrade us and call us racial names. I mean, we already see what's happening in the world and what we have to deal with in that aspect. And, you know, we come to play basketball for our job and it's fun, but we don't want to go to work every day and have social media blown up over things like that. It's uncalled for, and something needs to be done, whether it's, you know, them checking their fans or this league checking. There's no time for it.
Caitlin Clark's decision to take a well-earned break after her breakout WNBA season is gaining attention because she has more than 200 days of recovery ahead of her. Experts and fans are debating how her absence would impact the Indiana Fever, her team, and the WNBA as a whole. Clark had a fantastic season filled with memorable moments, and the Fever's postseason journey ended earlier than anticipated by opting to take a rest rather than go somewhere or play a game of 3-on-3 basketball. Although Caitlin says she is thinking long-term about her career, how does this affect the viewership of women's sports in general and the WNBA in particular? Not to be forgotten, she put in an incredible 250 minutes on the court during just 324 days of play, playing 81 games. Caitlin is one person who definitely needs a break.
761 points, breaking the record once held by Simone Augustus. However, there is a caveat. Augustus set the mark back in 2006 when the WNBA regular season was just 34 games. Clark broke the record in 39 games.
Now that we've discussed her most recent game, let's speak about the postseason. The squad was playing the formidable Sun of Connecticut, so this wasn't just any game. It was a much anticipated one. With her 25 points and 9 assists, Caitlin showed why she's one of the NBA's most talked about players. Contributions as though it was just another ordinary workday, but it was clear to those who were listening closely that she could have had a lot more. She repeatedly made perfect passes to set up her colleagues, only to see them how aggravating is it that Miss Easy Shots tried her hardest to get the ball in, but she was unsuccessful. Caitlin accepted the challenge despite the team's lack of success this season, as well as the fact that they were playing a linked Cavs team with playoff experience. Caitlin wasn't the only one suffering from the fever. Opening statement, she made her shots, attacked the hoop with confidence, and gave it everything she had because she was determined to give her team a chance to win.
A lot of players, a lot of these wonderful ladies who bust their tail to make the WNBA what it was. Here's the reality. It wasn't what it is. The quality of basketball may have been up to snuff, and you had somebody as popular as Cheryl Swoops who had a whole signature shoe, had a deal with Nike and all of this other stuff. But the bottom line is, very few people gave a damn.
Caitlin's season was nothing short of extraordinary, but the opposition team spent the entire season watching her develop herself as one of the league's most entertaining and skillful players. Yes, the fever did not last. It takes practice to figure out how to stop her, but Caitlin never gives up, demonstrating her true abilities by setting up goals for her comrades or just acting as the fever's heartbeat.
It's a lot of fun watching Caitlin Clark's rookie season, which is now over. The Indiana Fever knocked out of the postseason by the Connecticut Sun in a 2-game sweep. And so we got to see the carryover from Iowa transition to the pro game, her ability to help develop a team's cohesion and chemistry. And we saw that work so well as the season went on. Clearly brought like a magnet phenomenal attention to the league, bringing new fans, a committed fan base, not just in her home arena, but bringing fans to away arenas and packing the houses and increasing different venues from smaller to larger.
Caitlin's ability to make three-pointers from what appears to be a different zip code is what most astounds about her game. Defenders must remain vigilant against her even if she can drive to the hoop while she is way beyond the arc. Additionally, her playmaking ability should not be underestimated. She is more than just a scorer. Caitlin showed that she was willing to include her teammates with her 9 assists in her most recent game, but it's possible that she could have had more. She assists if her teammates were a little more engaged, even after such a lengthy season. The WNBA season is a difficult undertaking, particularly for a player like Caitlin, who is a major contributor to her team. Who can blame Caitlin for wanting to take a break after 81 games? A lot of WNBA players travel overseas in the off-season in an attempt to stay in shape and earn more money.
Caitlin Clark be a good pro? Absolutely. Will Caitlin Clark come into the WNBA and do what she's doing right now immediately? Absolutely not. Not gonna happen.
And Caitlin has opted not to play in the increasingly popular 3v3 basketball league, despite the fact that the fast-paced version of the game is thrilling and keeps players agile. She has also forfeited the opportunity to play overseas. Caitlin knew she needed more time off from full-court basketball, required a thorough vacation in order to help her heal on a physical and mental level. She anticipates to make sure she will be ready for the forthcoming season, rather than overstretching herself, which is a mature and prudent choice for someone her age.
She's 3rd or 4th in betting odds on being MVP of the WNBA. These people are so disrespectful and so unknowledgeable and so stupid that it gives women's basketball a bad name.
Caitlin's season-long frustration was the referee's lack of calls. Whether she was driving to the basket or getting bumped outside, she frequently found herself on the erroneous end of no calls. Given that celebrities usually receive a pass, she probably expected more respect from the officials as one of the league's top players.
Got a technical for basically being mad at myself because I missed a 3 and then I went and hit the backboard, and he told me it was disrespectful to the game of basketball. So I don't know, it reminded me of the technical that I got in college where I said damn it, where it's like a personal frustration. Had nothing to do with my team, had nothing to do with their reffing, had nothing to do with other team. It was just because I'm a competitor and I felt like I should have been making more shots. So but I think he fired me up to continue to play a lot harder. I thought we got a lot better after he did that, so I want to thank him. for that.
This issue came up again during her most recent game against the Connecticut Sun. While attacking the hoop, Caitlin was fouled hard multiple times, but the referees did not blow their whistles, frustrating the supporters. Coaches and watchers have seen this propensity, and rising stars like Caitlin are discussing it. She questions why she's not being treated by the authorities in the same way as other top players. Had to part ways. Caitlin's last game included a heckling supporter, which added to the stress of dealing with rigorous refereeing. The man was trying so hard to get close to her. While Caitlin attempted to distract her, she ignored it for the majority of the game, acting like the seasoned player that she is. Some people can only take so much mockery, so Caitlin got annoyed as it continued. Even the always calm Caitlin Clark lost her cool when she alerted the arena administrators to an annoying fan. The fan was promptly retrieved, proving that even Clark, who is usually cool under pressure, could become agitated. With Caitlin out of the picture, Reese's route to a championship is now more obvious. Reese has never openly applauded Clark's elimination from the playoffs, but it's clear that the competition has changed in her favor. Clark's absence from the Indiana Fever makes them less of a threat, which eases Reese's path to the championship. But let's face it, who couldn't grow impatient with a rowdy fan? This episode provided a fleeting window into the fact that even the most accomplished athletes are people. But with Clark officially eliminated from the playoffs, the WNBA postseason has changed drastically. In addition to impacting her team and the ongoing playoff struggle, Clark's absence also changes the overall dynamic within the WNBA. In conclusion, we shall miss Caitlin Clark's unanticipated decision to take a break from basketball. Only a handful of rising star vehicles have ever generated the level of excitement and interest in the league that her breakthrough season did. The basketball community gasped, but after a season as hectic and demanding as this one, when even superstars require rest periods, who can blame her? Everyone was completely taken aback by April's choice to take a much-needed vacation following an incredible season in which she shattered records and performed for about 3,000 minutes in front of raucous fans. Players like Wilson and Angel Reeve are likely feeling like they've been given a lifeline now that Caitlin is out of the picture. It's almost as if they can see the championship road opening up in front of them at the same time. There's no doubt that her break will cause a stir in the WNBA. Our coverage of Caitlin Clark's surprising declaration comes to an end here. It also serves as a reminder that maintaining excellent physical and mental health is important for even the most accomplished athletes. Although Caitlin's fans will miss her on the court, they can expect her to return even more driven and prepared to rule. After all, time spent apart not only makes the heart grow fonder, but also likely sharpens those three-pointers even more. Your thoughts on how her vacation will affect the WNBA and who will replace her? Share your thoughts in the space provided for comments below, and let's get a discussion going. Remember to subscribe and like the video. We value your time and look forward to speaking with you soon. For the most recent information on everything that's occurring in the world of basketball, be sure to subscribe to our channel.